This is the 100 millionth time of me recording this, and if people keep walking into it, I'm gonna start throwing things at them, okay? Okay, anyways. My name is Chidimma. I go to Denver High School. I'm a senior, obviously, from taking senior project. So imagine that you walk into a doctor's office and it's just the most comfortable, familiar experience you've ever had in your entire life. That's basically what our healthcare system would be like if volunteerism picks up at the rate that it's picking up right now, and if it continues to have the positive impacts that it has. So like your doctor knows like what you're comfortable with, what you're uncomfortable with, your family members, what you like, what you don't like what you're allergic to. Some of the stuff they kind of have to know, but like other stuff, it kind of just makes the experience more familiar and more comfortable for you. It makes it easier for you to open up to them, easier for them to help you, easier for you to let them know like what's troubling you. Yeah, like why wouldn't you want that? Exactly. Also, I'm at State for track, so please excuse the outfit choice. Please don't knock me too many points. I'm sorry. But that's not important. We're worried about the project, right? Okay, great. So, what did I do? So for my senior project, I volunteered at Idaho Community Family Clinic. I keep messing that up. Idaho Community Family Clinic in Idaho Falls. And I volunteered there because I thought it was the most fitting, but we'll get into that later. So I shadowed the head medical assistant. Her name was Veronica, but everybody called her Vito, and she was just the sweetest, nicest, she loved her job, and you can tell that she loved her job. Like we're sitting there, and every 5 seconds someone was coming up to her like, hey Vito, can you help me do this, or can you sign off on this, or could you help me, and she was just so sweet about the entire thing, and you could tell that she loved her job. And I want that so bad. I want to be look forward to going to work every single day, and you can tell that she genuinely enjoyed her job. So yes, great. Why did I choose to volunteer in a clinic? I chose to volunteer in a clinic because I volunteered if you look at my photos on I also volunteered at Tyberg Elementary with 2 English second language kids, which that was so much fun. They were the sweetest little kids ever. But it didn't really fit. Ever since I was little, everybody's like, oh, you're so nurturing, you're such a, you should be a doctor. And I have literally wanted to be a doctor since I could walk, I could talk. When I was little, I would have a little stethoscope and I'd check my mom's heart rate and her lung sounds. I've always wanted to be a doctor. So just when the opportunity arose to play into that, how can I say no? So I chose to volunteer in a clinic because it's just something that resonates with me so much, and I had so much fun. It was the most fun I have ever had in my entire life. I looked forward to going every single day that I went. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Right? Okay, great. What was my research paper about? Sorry, can't read upside down. My research paper was about the impact of volunteerism on professional development, which I think that tied in perfectly, but I'm pretty sure that's what the next slide is about, so I'm not going to talk about that. But my research paper, basically what it was, to sum it up, that whole long, oh my gosh, it was so long. That was the most tedious paper I've ever written in my entire, sorry, getting off topic here. But my research paper was about the impact of volunteerism on professional development and how volunteering can teach you skills that you're not really going to get anywhere else. For example, when I volunteered, what I did was basically patient intake. So I would go and I would call a patient Mr. Hernandez, for example. Then I'd bring them to the back, I'd take their weight, I'd put them in the rooms, and while my medical assistant, the one who was certified to do the job, because, I'm not certified yet, it's coming soon. And while they would ask them questions, I would take their blood pressure, their pulse ox, and their temperature. It was so fun. I had so much fun. But, I feel just that, yes, you learn to do that in, classes, but actually doing it is so much different than practicing it in class. Like you learn, like yeah, you have like your technical skills or your hard skills, like the ability and the knowledge to do all of that, but you also learn soft skills, which are like it's like it makes it easier to empathize with the patients. It makes it easier to talk to the patients. Like you learn people skills, and it makes the process a lot smoother, because if your patient doesn't feel comfortable with you, they're not gonna wanna talk to you. They're not gonna wanna like let you help them, right? Right. Okay. How does my paper tie back to my volunteering? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, it teaches you the hard skills that you learn in the classroom. Like you learn to take their blood pressure, you learn to take their blood sugar, you learn all of that. But like doing it on like a patient in the field is so much different, because, for instance, there was another thing that we did. We went to, where was it? It was CEI. We went to CEI's campus, and we had like a birth simulator. And it was a simulator, but it was like you've never dealt with a patient giving birth before. So actually doing it, like you realize that you have to like talk the people through it, because it makes it so much easier and it makes them so much more comfortable. Like, because like these are civilians, they really don't know what they're doing. So like just talking to them and like reasoning with them and like actually like making them more comfortable, it just makes the process so much easier. It makes it so much easier. And I feel like that ties back. I feel like my volunteering tied into my paper perfectly. Like I feel like everything is put together so well. I'm so ready to be done with this. But I'm almost done. It's great. It's fine. It was actually so much fun. I'm like not mad about it. The only thing I'm mad about is that paper. That was a really long paper. But the volunteering was so much fun. I had so much fun. I was ecstatic. Final thoughts. My final thoughts. My final thoughts are that volunteering, like some people, because I've volunteered other places before. I've volunteered at a library. I always find volunteering to be fun, but some people, they really don't see the point of it. And like you have to see the point of it and genuinely want to do something to genuinely yield good results at it. And I feel like my project kind of points out, like, because if I didn't have so much fun volunteering, I would not have had like so much information to put into the paper and so much information to, granted I don't have any pictures. I do apologize about, oh no, not the end. I do apologize about that. I wish I had more pictures, but I don't, so that's okay. But take your time. Yeah, this is Dr. Stringer. He was so great too. If you read my photo jog, he gave me candy, and I love candy. Like, way to win me over. But he also seemed like he really liked his job. He works at ERMAC. My mom works at ERMAC. And some of the physicians at ERMAC you can tell they don't like their job. Like, some people just do this stuff for money, and I think that's really sad, because if you don't genuinely enjoy like being with your patients, then what's the point of being in the healthcare profession? Like, helping people is so fun. Helping people is so much fun, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to do all of that. Thank you so much, Miss Schwartz. I'm so sorry that I turned in all my work so late, but I got it done. We got her done. Now I need to go warm up for my race. So, thank you.